Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're doing things a little bit differently and taking a totally bottom-up look at smart carpet investments. Now, when most of us think about buying new carpet, our minds immediately jump to those plush textures and trendy colors, right? Well, we're going to completely flip that script. We're diving deep into the insider's playbook, and we are starting with the absolute most critical element of your floor. The crazy part? It's the part you literally can't even see. So, think about this for a second. Does good padding really extend carpet life? Well, according to our sources, the answer is an absolute, emphatic yes. For just a minute, I want you to completely pivot your attention away from the look of the carpet and focus directly on its hidden foundation. Because get this, two totally identical carpets installed in the exact same home can have drastically different lifespans, entirely based on what's sitting underneath them. Section 1. The Padding Secret. Let's look at those hidden foundations.
All right, so you've basically got two heavy hitters in the padding world. On one side, you have foam padding. This absolutely dominates residential homes, and for good reason. It gives you that classic comfort and excellent value you want in a living room or a bedroom. But on the flip side, we have rubber padding. Now, you probably wouldn't put this in your master bedroom, but rubber drastically outperforms foam in those high-traffic, heavy-duty commercial settings or, even a dedicated garage gym where you might be dropping heavy weights.
Now, if you've walked on a carpeted floor in a home anytime recently, chances are you were stepping on Rebond padding. It's totally the industry standard, and it's made from recycled foam. But here is a huge takeaway from our sources. Most buyers get hung up on thickness. They just assume thicker is automatically better. Actually, scratch that. You really need to focus on density. Density is what separates a fantastic Rebond pad from a cheap one that's just going to flatten out in a year. We actually see this validated out in the wild on community forums. One Reddit user specifically pointed out they were hunting for a density of 3K plus when shopping around.
So what happens if you try to cut corners here? Honestly, skipping padding or going with the cheapest possible option is a total recipe for disaster. Without that proper cushion underneath, your carpet's backing literally grinds against the hard subfloor with every single step you take. This accelerates wear, it causes those seams to fail way too early, and it totally destroys the comfort of the room. Bottom line, a quality pad is absolutely non-negotiable if you want this investment to last.
Section 2. Choosing the right fiber, where form meets function.
Okay, let's decode the two absolute titans of carpet fiber, polyester and nylon. The source materials really highlight polyester for its incredible value. It usually sits right around $3 to $5 per square foot installed, while also bringing superior stain resistance and a super soft feel. Nylon is also a fantastic choice, but its wear characteristics and overall benefits can vary quite a bit more depending on exactly what budget tier you're looking at. It's really like a giant puzzle. You have to match the fiber to the room's specific job. Outfitting a rental property? You're going to want 25-ounce solution-dyed polyester. The color is literally baked right into the fiber, which means it can even tolerate diluted bleach cleanings between tenants. Setting up a home office? Go with Berber or a patterned carpet so your desk chair can actually, roll across the floor. For the bedroom, cut pile is the winner because it's incredibly soft and absorbs sound beautifully. And if you've got a sunroom, especially in a place with intense heat like Texas, solution-dyed fiber is an absolute must for its high UV resistance. It simply won't fade in that direct sunlight.
Section 3. Solving pets and allergies. Time to tackle those major stress points.
Listen, if you have pets running around the house, you absolutely have to understand how moisture barrier padding works. The sources break this down into 3 super simple steps. Step 1. An accident happens, liquid hits the carpet. Step 2 is where the magic really happens. A specialized moisture barrier on the very top of the padding stops that liquid dead in its tracks. It totally prevents it from seeping down into your subfloor. And step 3, because that liquid is just suspended there, you can easily and completely clean it up. Standard foam, on the other hand, acts like a giant sponge, holding pet urine deep down where you can never truly reach it. So if you've got furry friends, a moisture barrier isn't just a luxury, it's a requirement for sure.
And what about respiratory sensitivities? Let's just burst a quick bubble here. There is actually no such thing as a truly 100% hypoallergenic carpet. But the right carpet can actually help with your allergies. Think of low-pile carpet like a giant air filter. It traps dust and allergens right on the surface, so they aren't just floating around in the air you breathe, and then you just easily vacuum them away. Thick shag carpet? That's a different story. It buries those allergens deep down inside the fibers where your vacuum simply cannot reach them.
Section 4. The real estate math. Let's talk financial strategy. Okay, get this. $4 to $6 per square foot.
According to the source data, when potential homebuyers walk into a house and see worn-out, stained carpet, this is the amount they typically demand as a carpet allowance discount off the home's price. But here's the really shocking part. That allowance demand is often more than double what it would actually cost the seller to just replace the carpet themselves. Wild, right?
So you're looking at a stark contrast between two very different real estate strategies. If you offer a carpet allowance, you are essentially handing the buyer massive leverage during negotiations. They see a glaring flaw, and they're going to penalize you for it. But if you go with pre-listing replacement, you completely wipe out a major buyer objection before they even walk through the front door. You're presenting a beautifully move-in-ready home. The return on investment here can be absolutely staggering. To put that into perspective, the source text highlights a very real case study out of Austin, Texas. A seller put $5,000 into a pre-listing carpet job, and that translated into a massive $35,000 gain on their final sale price. And it gets better. Some specialized services even offer what's called a pay-at-close program. That means the sellers got to show off brand new floors, but paid absolutely nothing out of pocket until the home officially closed.
Section 5. The installation trap. The final hurdle.
Now, who actually nails this stuff to your floor? Well, to validate the dangers here, our sources pulled a pretty raw, community-sourced warning from a Reddit user talking about big box stores. They said, all Lowe's and Home Depot use subcontractors. You get those that want money and run. The core issue they're highlighting is that these massive stores just hire third-party independent companies. The installer gets paid their flat rate regardless of how much care they put into your specific living room. Honestly, it's a total roll the dice on quality. The materials contrast that big box subcontractor gamble with specialized, localized services. They use a company called Carpet Now as the primary example. Instead of forcing you to drive out to some huge warehouse, they use a mobile showroom model, bringing the actual samples right into your home's unique lighting. And even better, they use dedicated in-house installation crews rather than random subcontractors. That level of control allows them to offer an incredibly fast average turnaround of just 3 days.
And then there's the pricing transparency, which, let's be honest, is a huge deal in an industry totally notorious for nasty surprise add-ons at checkout. The source materials really stress the value of an all-inclusive pricing model. That means the price per square foot you're quoted includes the whole shebang. The carpet itself, that high-quality padding we discussed, the labor, the heavy lifting to move your furniture, plus tearing out and hauling away the old stuff. Zero hidden fees.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to literally look down at the floor beneath you right now. Think about all those hidden layers we just uncovered today. Are you standing on a thoughtfully chosen 20-year investment that's tailored to your actual life? Or are you standing on a ticking time bomb of cheap padding just waiting to fail? Hopefully, armed with this insider's playbook, you now have exactly the knowledge you need to make sure your next floor is truly built to last.